And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. Welcome in. I'm going to do a quick audio check, mic check. Perfect. Okay, great. Let me know if my volume is good, too low, too high, whatever. We're going to get into it. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Chris is up first. Hey, Chris. I'm doing well. How are you, BB? How are you doing, honey? Honey. Volume is great. Thank you so much. I jumped on a couple minutes early, but we are definitely going to kick it off with Chris. Let me open up with a quick prayer. We're going to cleanse the space here, get some Palo Santo going on. My fan is up really high. It's starting to heat up in the south, y'all. It's heating up. Woo-wee. I'm kidding. I'm not from the south at all, but I love to play around with the accent. Mm-hmm. How are you doing, Chris? All right, Spirit. Hold on. Alexa, off. I set timers for myself all day on days where I have like back-to-back meetings. So welcome in, y'all. I hope everyone is doing well. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Deep breath in. Cleaning Scorpio's apartment while I listen. Nice, nice. All right. All right, Spirit. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so that I can deliver messages for the greater good of all. And Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream and bring forth people who I can best help today. And so it is. All right, Chris. Let's get into it, boo. What would you like to know? Do you have 2 questions? 2 questions? Actually, I want to grab this for you. You can go ahead and post. And then S, I have yours too. And I don't know what your name is yet. So I don't know what your YouTube screen name is. So Chris for 2, and then I'm just gonna put S for the next person who donated. All right, Shay, awesome, cool beans. All right, we have Chris for 2, and then Shay. Welcome in, Shay. Awesome. All right. Spirit, Chris wants to know, can you see if there are any endings coming in for me? Any endings coming in for me? Spirit, show me energy surrounding Chris. Any endings coming in for Chris? I do, I'm not going to stop the reading, but I do want to say that the astrology started moving, right? We now have, Mars moving into Leo, Venus and Mercury are moving direct. Like, momentum is going to be picking up. We just moved into Taurus season. Now, I will say, Taurus can be a bit of a slow mover and a bit of a slow builder, but it's building on a solid foundation. But other than that, Mars being in Leo, I do think things are really going to move forward, and it's interesting with the sun at the bottom of the deck as I was talking about that. All right, Chris, any endings coming in for Chris? Any endings coming in for Chris? Any endings? We have 2 of Cups here. So before I even pull any more, definitely highlighting relationships. So I don't know if you are in a connection and you guys are thinking about separating or going your separate ways, but that is the first thing that Spirit wants to highlight here. The Two Cups is definitely a connection of two hearts, two souls, and then immediately following that we have the Hermit. So someone's kind of deciding to go their own way. Let me know if that resonates for you. Yeah, the Eight of Cups for sure. I feel like this is a relationship. I feel like this is a relationship ending. I'm definitely feeling it could be a romantic relationship because of the Two of Cups. You'll know how this is resonating for you. But we have the Nine of Swords. So this is something that feels very uncomfortable. This Nine of Swords does such a great job because you see them like falling down on her. And the Nine of Swords is definitely newbie. Welcome in. The Nine of Swords is the Nightmare card, and it can bring a lot of anxiety. So this could be, and I know we've talked about this a little bit before, Chris, this could be like hesitation of leaving a connection due to anxiety or fear or worry, but I do feel like someone's soul, and maybe this is resonating for a different relationship in your life that is very, or once was very harmonious, but I definitely feel like you are going your own way or they are going their own way. Give me one moment here. Okay. Two of Pentacles. So yeah, we have the Lovers here. So definitely reiterating for me that I do think this is a romantic connection. We have the Ten of Swords. The Nine of Swords, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of pressure on this, and this is something that you could be weighing for a long time or that your partner is weighing for a long time. I don't know if there's any other romantic connections that you're linked to. I'm just throwing that out there, but this definitely feels like a love connection because of the Two of Cups and Lovers here. Hermit energy, going from a union and partnership to being alone and going off on a journey alone. And I think that part of your soul's journey and your partner's journey is there is going to be a next chapter where I think that you guys kind of separate and go different ways here. Yeah, and then we have the Devil here. So I know we've talked a little bit about this, Chris, but this is a really interesting spread because the Ten of Wands and the Devil is like, how long are we going to keep, it's like that old song from, how long has this been going on? How long can we keep doing this? Are we playing ourselves? Because the longer you try to make something fit that doesn't fit, the more pressure and the more pressure and the more pressure and the more pressure, right? That makes things feel uncomfortable. There's something about this relationship that doesn't work. There's something about this relationship that could be a little bit deceptive. And I'm not even going to dare say it. I'm just kidding. Chris, you know I'm not going to filter what I'm saying for you here. We have the Devil here. This is toxic energy. This is toxicity. See how these people are chained? No one is chained to anybody here. Top of the deck, we have the Empress. Do you feel like you are in a relationship where you can thrive and grow? And again, I'm not telling you to leave anybody, break up with anybody. I'm just saying I actually want to pull from Dark Romance because this is definitely about a relationship here. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups here. Maybe there's someone else that has caught your attention. I think that you want romance in your life. I think that having a healthy partnership, the Empress is all about growth and healthy energy ruled by Venus. This is also, Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but we are in Taurus season now. And this could be a time where you kind of reflect on what do you want to build for your relationships? Are you feeling healthy romance in your life? If not, there could potentially be some type of ending coming here. Please don't filter anything. Yeah. And these are rhetorical questions. Let me know if this resonates for you, Chris. But do you feel like you're thriving? Do you feel like this is a healthy connection? Like, those are things you would want to ask yourself here. Thanks, newbie. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Right now I have Chris for 2, and then we have Shay on deck. All right. What else do I see for what's going on in this connection, this ending? We have vulnerable. Maybe someone is feeling like they're in a vulnerable state, or maybe there's an avoidance of being vulnerable here. We have unstable. I think the connection is currently unstable with whatever you're dealing with, and we have devotion. There could be one partner, there could be some fear here that, like, if one partner leaves, like the other person might crash out and have some type of emotional breakdown, which can happen, right? Sometimes, but not a reason to stay in an unstable relationship that is toxic, right? So, Spirit, show me the outcome for this. Show me more energy about this ending in this romantic relationship here. We have letter, we have fish, and we have the birds. There could be a fear of gossip as well here, but I do think this is interesting. Maybe one of you decides to, this could either be you writing a letter or your partner writing a letter saying like how they feel or how like this isn't working anymore, and either you or them realizing that there are better suited other options. There's an abundance of other options out there for both of you. And again, the birds are over the devil, and this is like, gossip, or this is, I feel like there could have been a fear of pulling the trigger because maybe you don't want to feel vulnerable. Maybe you don't want to feel some of the feelings that are going to be associated with this breakup. Are people going to talk about it? Are people going to gossip about it? Are you or your partner going to feel like shit essentially afterwards? Like, it is all part of the process, but you have to ask yourself, how much do you want to gravitate toward growth energy? So to answer your question, again, I do feel like there is a romantic relationship ending for you. Spirit, show me what else you want to say here. We have Pluto in the 12th house. Pluto and Sag into the 12th house. So, the 12th house is about things that are hidden. Pluto is our great destroyer, great transformer. And then Sag talks about, long distance travel, religion, philosophy, our beliefs, our great beliefs, how we see the big picture, the world. And I feel like that could be part of the disconnect here, or the beginnings of the disconnect, where it's like, when we really go deep down, there might be some fundamental differences, or maybe one of you guys has really transformed, and maybe both of you have. Like, the people that you were when you came together are no longer the people that you are today, and are those people compatible? Some questions to ask yourself. So let me know if that resonates for you. If you want any clarification, we can move on to your next one. Welcome in, guys. If you are called to donate, let me know. I have 3 reading options for you. If you would like to book a private reading, all my information is in the description. You can email me at sixofswordsreadings@gmail.com, all spelled out. And let me see. I don't want to be tacky, but if you want to send me or my cats a housewarming gift, like, here's my wish list. And there's no tarot on there because, girl, I have so many tarot and oracle decks. Unless there's something, I won't say never, but unless there's something like super, you know, really grabbing my eye, I don't think I will be buying anything. Chris, let me answer that question for you. So, which season would the connection end? What season? Let me put these away, and I'll throw some more cards for you. I feel like by the fall. I feel like there could be a separation by the fall. I don't need to pull any more cards, actually. We have the Hermit here, which represents Virgo season. Virgo season is September. So I would say August into September, like late August into September, August-September time frame. Yep. By Virgo season, I think there will be signs of separation. Like after, the summer, I feel like, I think you guys are just gonna feel it. Or one of you will decide to, start that process. Can you see why my boss, Kendall, the Virgo, has been distant with me? I can't explain it, but the energy at work has been off from my perspective. We had someone quit. All right. Spirit, show me Kendall the Virgo's energy. And why has she been distant with Chris? Why has she been distant with Chris? Seven of Pentacles. Is she dating someone? She's tired. This is gonna maybe not be like the salacious answer you're looking for. I think that she's tired, and I think that she is trying to focus on other areas of her life outside of work. And I think we all I think that we all go through seasons like that. I think even if this is someone, I don't care if they're really new or not, she is going through like a season of love with this new person. And because we have the Ace of Cups here, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like she had kind of been waiting on something, and she may not be sharing all of that information with you, but she's wanting to be like protective of her social time. We have the Sun and the Three of Cups and the Star, and I think she's probably getting a lot of attention and spending a lot of time with this person that she's dating. And that is her number one priority right now. And again, things shift and change, but I think she's going through a season where she's more so focused on her relationship, and that's fine. So I do not think that it is personal. I also feel like she may not, even though she's a Virgo, she may not know exactly how to approach certain type of conversations. So sometimes she says nothing at all. But I do really feel like the Star, the Sun, the Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, like I do see where this thing happened with the employee, and she's kind of just trying to power through it. But she's trying to she's trying to live a softer life and live a little bit more in a feminine, receptive energy, rather than being like the boss bitch 24/7, which maybe you're used to seeing her being. But yeah, I feel like she'd been waiting a while for this person to either give her whatever she's receiving now, and she's kind of just blissfully in this like vibe with this person. We have the Fool at the bottom of the deck and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, she's blissfully happy. This is really funny. Nine of Cups and the Fool. She's just kind of, honestly, she's really focused on this Ace of Cups and his straw, if you know what I mean, is kind of what I'm picking up on. But I'm going to grab some more oracle for you. Let me know if you want any, if you need any more clarification around that, but I'm going to grab oracle about this as well and see what we got going on. It is not personal. I think she's just, you're lying, you're crying. Yeah, I think she had a real, and you know, I had a realization recently too, where I was like, you know, I'm sitting here, not with the work I do with you guys, but my other work, I'm like sitting there like, you know, why am I shedding tears over this? Like, I have a whole other life I need to live. I don't need to be crying about work. And yeah, maybe she does pour a lot of herself into work, and she's having a little come to Jesus where she's wanting to reprioritize some things in her life. And I think the relationship is definitely taking priority right now. What else can we get? What information can we give to Chris? Have faith in your dreams. Expect powerful change. It's time to take action. So I know you are still looking for something else. We have our beautiful Aries here. And I love a male Aries, not gonna lie. And I think that, you know, still keep your head up and keep your eyes peeled for other opportunities if you are still wanting to look for other jobs. And Spirit, show me what else. What other advice do you have for Chris right now? Yeah, it's not personal. This is more about her. She's not acting off. Or she's keeping it very internal. Like, even if she's like worried that person quit, she's kind of just keeping everything to herself right now, but not in a weird or deceptive way. Just because she may not know what to say. She's kind of feeling like she's dreaming about this man and his wand. Freedom is yours. Clear out the clutter. So we have the horse spirit, frog spirit, and then Spirit has your back. So know you are being led, you're being protected. Let me see what the Astrodites have to say about this. Spirit, what else do the Astrodites have to say about Kendall the Virgo and what's going on over there? Yeah, I have Saturn and Scorpio in the 12th house. Thank you so much, Chris. I think that this is, again, may not be the answer you were expecting or looking for, but you guys know how it goes over here. I think that she may have been through the ringer and had to learn a lot of lessons in relationships, and now she's kind of trying to incorporate the lessons learned, Saturn and Scorpio in the 12th house, and she's really making an effort to like heal some of this stuff. So interesting. But yeah, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate you sending for more. Thanks, Phoebe. All right, up next I have the lovely Shay. Shay, go ahead and post your question, boo, and let's get into it. Shay, I kind of want to grab my traditional deck for you, and we will get right into it. Interesting question. All right, why is MJ from my job not too fond of me? Let me sit here, Shay, for a second. want to tap into their energy. Give me one moment here. MJ. Wow. Do you work in, I won't filter, Spirit, thank you. Do you work in healthcare, or are you in like a healthcare facility? This is really interesting. Warehouse, okay. Because I'm seeing you guys like I'm seeing like offices and doors, and they were kind of giving me like a snapshot of the mail room at this healthcare company that I used to work for. So I don't know if you guys have seen each other in like where the mailboxes are, or the mail room, or like where the copy machine is. Okay, just to be more specific. But I'm seeing you guys like, I don't know if they glare at you, or there's almost this, I'm seeing you guys as two magnets. You know how when magnets repel each other? That's what I'm seeing about your energies. And I feel like you might have some type of karmic past life relationship with this person. That is not to scare you. Everyone has that. Every single person on this planet has that, okay? And there are certain people that we reconnect with, and oftentimes it's in the workplace, where we have these really weird bonds with people, okay? Or these really weird vibes with people. You guys are very, very different. MJ is very, very set in their ways. Interesting. MJ is very, very set in their ways. And this could have been part of their upbringing, where it was like they think one way. This person is extremely hard-headed. And this person is very stubborn. There is no convincing this person of anything outside of what they think is right or they think is fair. And I also feel like this person is a little bit not boisterous, but they have some type of like, they definitely feel a little bit like a hard ass. And even if they're not a loud person, and I think that they may have friends there, and so you ask yourself like, well, why don't I vibe with this person? Like, why is it me? Why are they not fond of me? Like, what the hell is this? So I definitely think that there is a karmic past life thing going on, where something happened in a past life where you guys were enemies to some degree, and you guys are kind of picking up on that energy. Let me see what else is going on here, Spirit. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, not the warmest, fuzziest, friendliest person you'll ever meet. And I do think if they have gained any friendships there, that probably took a while. Yeah, and it's funny because the queen, out of all the queens, I don't care if this is a man or a woman, I would say that the Queen of Swords is probably the most hard ass of the queens, right? She's a total bitch. Friendly with other people there, but they're mean to you. Or they're not nice to you. And here you are. Look at that mirror. Here you are, the Queen of Cups. Again, don't worry about the gender stuff. This is all about energy here. I was picking up energy of someone who, I was actually picking up more like feminine energy, but someone who is like really brash and masculine. So I'm not surprised at all that it is a man. You guys are not communicating in a way that the other person can respond to, and especially energetically. I don't know if there have been any issues in regard to work, or like the pace of work or the style of work. I think that you guys are different workers. I also think communication is the problem, but communication is also the freaking problem. Like, if you do communicate, it's something is off, but also if there is an avoidance of communication here, that's kind of only making things worse. Now, I do feel like there is room for this to grow and change. I don't have the worst cards on the table here, but I will tell you that a Queen of Swords would completely bulldoze a Queen of Cups. Period. Because the Queen of Swords only thinks, responds, and waves her sword. You're scared. They probably are picking up on that. The Queen of Cups is full of emotion and intuition and a sweetheart that wants to care and nurture on everyone and everything around them. So you are very much intimidated by this energy, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, if you're scared to communicate, you're scared to communicate. I would maybe start off slow. I do think that this could transform. I don't know if there were any incidents that happened to make you feel this way, or you just simply feel the vibes are off. You're not wrong. Being the Queen of Cups, you are picking up on this energy. Like, you're not crazy. It's valid, okay? But I do think that planting a small seed here, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, and maybe trying a little bit, I do think that it could transform. The vibes when we walk past each other, yeah, I do think there's some type of weird repelling energy that's going on there. So I do have the 10 of Cups here. I think there's a weird past life thing that you guys are going to have to figure out. Wow, look at that. We have the 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the 10 of Cups on the top of the deck. So here's the other thing I'll tell you. I don't know how important it is for you to have, is this just like a random coworker and it doesn't really matter? Like, do you need to communicate with this person to effectively do your job? Because I don't think it's necessary. I also don't think that you guys are going to be around each other for an incredibly long period of time. Now, I'm not saying anything's happening to your job, but maybe they move to a different department or something like that. These are not the worst cards ever, but the vibes are definitely weird. I don't see that there has been any like negative action towards you. I think there's a lot of energy and assumptions going on, but I think conversation actually needs to be had here. Yeah, so it's not required. Okay, so that's the good news. I actually wonder if they're going to move on to something else, or if maybe one of you guys moves to another department or does something later. But I do think that, and it's really hard for me to explain these concepts, and I'm not trying to convince anyone of my belief system whatsoever. I'm just speaking on, this is the work that I do and this is my belief system. But I do believe there was a past life situation. And once that, and there, I can't give you a prescription on how to fix this, right? This is something that your soul is going to figure out day by day. Once you kind of get to a place where you have, your energy has kind of completed its cycle with that person, then it's going to be able to let you go. There's not like a specific conversation or timeline or any major, finish line that you're going to reach, but it's like when it's time, in divine timing, when the universe allows the energy to move, the energy will move. This is not a permanent situation at all. We even have the World here too, which talks about endings. This isn't going to last forever. I wouldn't let this weigh on you too heavily. Any other information about MJ? Any other information about MJ? Yeah. You know what I'll also say about this? I don't want to be a jerk or call out a sign here. I have the sun in Aries in the 9th house. And again, the 9th house talks about, philosophy, our belief system and how we believe. The sun in Aries, this is a male Aries that is like, it is my way or the highway. The way I think is the way it is. And no shade anyone. And Shay, I don't know what sign you are, and I don't want to be offensive. Aries, stereotypically, is one of the more selfish signs of the zodiac. And to be quite honest here, I don't think that MJ has very much self-awareness. So if you're feeling a certain way because of them, I don't think that they are aware of how they're making you feel whatsoever. I don't think that they're thinking about you. I don't think that they're worried about you. I think there's this weird energy thing going on, and I think we've all kind of experienced something like that. This is not like, I don't see malicious intent here. I just see someone who is very self-absorbed and kind of bitchy moving through life. This is not a personal attack on you. So at least know that. And I don't think this person's going to be around your life forever. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Shay, thank you so much for coming over here. I appreciate you coming here for a reading. Up next, we got Chris. Chris, go ahead and post. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And let's give some hearts for our beautiful moderator, Newbie. Thank you, Newbie. Newbie. I'm going to pull my deck depending on your question, Mr. Chris. Yes, I can. You know what? It's Taurus season, and Venus rules love and money, and I'm just gonna use this deck. Don't know why, but I'm doing it. All right, Spirit, show me. Show me. I'm gonna be echoing in this room for a little bit. I don't know if you guys said my audio's okay, but I gotta paint this room, which I'm super excited about. And I have to get some furniture in here, but it's like you can hear me in stereo. All right, Spirit, show me what's coming in. I wanna dig deep here for Chris. Show me. Chris, I think it would be really, I don't know if you're into crystals. Okay, good, yeah. It's because I don't have, I need to put a bed in here. It's very, very different than how my studio is set up in my last place. Because this is going to be like readings and then where people can actually stay here. Chris, I don't know if you're into crystals, but, and you don't need to go out and like buy anything or spend a bunch of money, but I think a really good crystal for you would be ruby. Ruby is a very, I will warn that ruby is a very stimulating stone. And this, I don't know if this is ruby's zoisite, I don't remember, but this has, this red stuff in here is ruby. And I don't think I have any, oh no, I have a ruby necklace actually. But anyway, I feel like that would be a really good stone to kind of, it's also a heart opener, and it also helps you like follow your heart with things. Every time I put my ruby necklace on, and sometimes I wear it for an energy boost, I know this sounds crazy. every time I wear it, or if I want like an energy boost, I put my ruby necklace on, and I feel like such a difference. It's so wild. But I feel like and just enough, like, I mean, it sounds like you understand crystals and kind of like how to use them. If you feel like it's too overwhelming, right? Like, this is also a very stimulating stone, but that's a different ball game. That one. Give me 1 second here. So show me, because I feel like with the changes that I feel like there are going to be a couple different changes coming up for you this year. And I feel like the ruby is going to help you follow your heart and stimulate you to keep going. Not that you're, sitting there twiddling your thumbs or anything. Spirit doesn't want me to shuffle anymore. Okay. Interesting. All right. What's coming next? Hold on. I was going to sit here and see what's coming here. You have to keep seeking. They're taking me, maybe the ruby, okay, Spirit, thank you. Yeah, they took me to your solar plexus, and they were like, keep going, keep seeking, keep going. And then we also had that, I think we had pulled the time for action, that Aries card in the moon deck. The astrology is actually really good right now to take action, to do stuff, so let me see what else is going on here for you. Boom! Here she blows, the Empress. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. We have the Tower. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. And I'm going to pull this. Page of Swords. I have the Eight of Pentacles here too, but I didn't necessarily pull it in the spread. So I think that there are going to be some shakeups in your life this year. You might want to look into what your life path year is. It's a little bit different than your life path number, but like you can Google or go on like ChatGPT or something and look up your personal year number and see what that is, and you can kind of read about what the vibration of this year will look like for you, because I do see, I'm going to use this word, but this isn't to like be jarring or scare you. I have had upheaval in my life. My personal year number this year is a number 5, which is all about constant change and like shaking things up, changing things up, and everywhere in my life, everything is rapidly changing, sometimes chaotically changing. So I do think that there's going to be some upheaval and changes that may feel uncomfortable, but I do feel like it's setting you on the right path. I feel that it's important for you to keep looking, keep searching. There could be some type of opportunity that you find during Taurus season. However, I do feel like this year, and even by the time, I know I'm tying this in your other reading here with the Two of Cups as well, next to the Tower. I feel like during the same period of time, you're going to be in a new job situation, and you're also going to be going through that separation, if that makes sense, with a romantic partner. The King of Swords for me says, I think that you're now in a place where you're moving, or you're going to be in a place where you're moving very logically through things, which is, Aries have a lot of energy and power, but once you can kind of get your mind behind it as well, you can really be a force to be reckoned with. And so making decisions that are that are able to, how do I want to say, you're a Cancer moon, right? I'm like, why am I picking this up for an Aries man? But if you're a Cancer moon, right? Because there's a little bit of emotional clutter going on. And I know that I just told you to follow your heart, and I want you to follow your heart. But you also need to get past the emotional stuff and check in with your logical self so that you can start making really, I'm not saying that you haven't been, but making really solid boss moves, because that's what the King of Swords does. The King of Swords is extremely intelligent, makes decisions with no emotion whatsoever, and is like, I'm doing this, this is the decision, this is the best thing for me, I've weighed all the pros and cons, I'm putting my emotions aside, and this is what I think, this is what I know to be right. And that can also be in alignment with your heart, but not if you're caught up in some type of emotional place of upset or lack here with the Five of Pentacles. I think the overall message is for you to keep searching, keep seeking, come up with a game plan that feels good for you, and know that even though it is emotional, even though this process is emotional, with the job search and the job hunt, it's also a game, and it's not necessarily personal. And for a Cancer moon, that's a really tough pill to swallow, because I've been there. I've been in those shoes before, okay? It feels like, well, why didn't they want me? Well, it's not about that. Truly, at the end of the day, it really isn't that personal, because you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes at a company. And I always, I haven't always said this, but I've come to learn through life experience that rejection of any kind is protection, especially in job situations. I've seen it a million billion times. But what is coming in, I think that there's going to be a lot of change for you this year, and I think it's all happening around a similar time frame. I feel, like late summer, you could be entering a new job, and also maybe preparing for this separation in your relationship as well. Let's talk about what kind of job this could be. Let me know if you want clarification or how else I can help you here. This could be something in the tech field. I have the King and the Page of Swords, which is about information. This could be an information company, or and that's a stupid, I don't even know if that makes sense, but I don't know if that makes sense at all. But yeah, the King of Swords is, it can be Aquarius energy, it can rule the internet, it can rule like data and information technology, kind of stuff like that. But this is not over for you. The Empress and the Page of Pentacles, Spirit says, we've only just begun. Like, keep going, baby. Because there's more work to do. We have the Hermit. There could actually be an opportunity. The Hermit is my work from home card. There could be an opportunity for you to work from home as well. Page of Cups, I think that you need to forgive yourself. I think you're really hard on yourself. You may need to forgive yourself for some shit, to be quite frank. Does that resonate for you? Let me see what else I have for you. What's coming up in career for Chris? Welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. We are doing, I have 3 reading options for you. You know the drill. Longevity. I think the next job that you go to, we have Scorpio here, love that. The next job that you go to is something you may be doing for quite a while to come. We have protection. What did I just say? And that's Aries, actually. So I feel like coming to peace with yourself, letting that other opportunity go, thinking about it logically, and just, hitting the streets, hitting it hard, looking for other opportunities. We also have love, which I also feel like is kind of reiterating the energy that I'm picking up on here as two of the changes for you happening at the same time. Okay. Spirit, what other information can I give Chris right now? And you can post your next question. My keyboard battery is very low, says my computer. Okay, well, guess we gotta charge that. Having compassion for yourself. I think you're a bit hard on yourself, and maybe you haven't been as emotionally loving and supportive and compassionate to yourself as you could be. We have a home and we have beauty. Yeah, I think there's a possibility for you to get a job where you're working from home. We have beauty here. Maybe you're thinking about changing something. That's why I wanted to pull this deck. I was picking up heavy Venus energy, and of course, here comes the Empress, right? But there might be some type of like change in your appearance, or and Venus retrograde is over, so have at it, do whatever you want. But maybe you're changing your hair, or beauty routine, whatever you get into. Let me see what else here. Yeah, Pluto and Aries in the second house. Just keep plowing forward. There is going to be a change in your finances. I feel like there's also going to be a change in home. I do feel that you are going to be making more money at this new company. We have the Empress, we have longevity here, we have the second house, Aries and Pluto. So finances transforming, home life transforming. There's a lot of changes. I think I pulled Pluto for you. Did I pull Pluto for you a few times? Anyway, we're going to move on. Do you see any past employers reaching out? Let's see. I'm going to go back to my traditional tarot. Spirit, show me this energy for Chris. Show me this energy for Chris. Show me this. Oh my God, this smells like dragon's blood. I really drenched this thing at some point. Show me. I'm picking up energy that something is on hold and that there may not be a green, like even if someone did want to reach out to you, there isn't a green light, maybe like with the budget or something. Give me one moment here. This is sticking out to me. Show me, are any past employers going to reach out? Boom, we have the Tower. Yes. We had the Tower in your other reading as well. Here's the thing though, energetically, to shake things up. So I'm going to say yes, but we have the Tower here. This is going to be unexpected. Well, not anymore because, we're over here. Entertainment purposes only. I do think that you are going to be happy. We have the 10 of Cups here. I do think I see a lot of transition, transformation again here. 6 of Swords, Knight of Swords, communication. Things are going to be brought into balance for you. Things are going to be brought into equilibrium for you, Chris. Know that. It's just not always the timeline that we want them to be. I love that we have Justice and Temperance here together because you're going from chaos, and sometimes we gotta blow shit up to even things out in our lives, right? And thank you, newbie. And I'm not saying that you're blowing shit up, but I do feel like there's going to be some tower moments this year for you where you're like, I need to get my bearings. So yes, I do see someone reaching out to you, and they may even offer you a job, and you may take that job. Entertainment purposes only. But it may just not be the timeline that you want it to. What is justice? Justice is Libra season. And I talked about before, Virgo and Libra, hold on. That's right? Yeah, Virgo and Libra are next to each other. So Virgo, then Libra. So there's going to be something significant. Hi, baby girl. There's going to be something significant that happens during that. Hi, mama. That, she's all goopy. During that period of time. Hey, mama. What else do I have here? We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, someone's reaching out to you. Oops. I also feel like you're thinking, can I trust it? Can I trust it? We have, here we go with Venus again. We have Venus and Leo in Ember May. You may not have that, honey. Venus and Leo in the 9th house. Staying true to your beliefs. There could also be some type of travel here with the 9th house. So even if you are working from home in some capacity, which I think is a possibility, you may also go to like, I don't know, like conferences, workshops, or meetings where you have to travel or something like that. But, you know, just throwing that out there. But I think that there's some type of crisis of faith going on right now, because the 7 of Swords, and I feel like I've been where you're at, man. Like, the 7 of Swords is like, can I really trust? Like, what the hell is happening? And then when it all comes together, I really truly feel that for you. When it all comes together, you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad this all played out exactly the way, like, everything is going to work out for you in the right timing, Chris. It's a yes for me. Let's see what newbie wants to get into. Chris, thank you so much for your support on the channel. I really appreciate you. And then up next, Ember is going to read for newbie. Just kidding. Oh, the big stretch, the big stretch. Mama, she wants my drink. She loves my drinks. Thank you, Chris. Ember girl, what are you doing, little mama? All right, I'm at about an hour, so we're gonna do last call for donations. I know. These cats are like all over me. Hi, baby girl. You're a cute little bean. You're a cute little bean. Hey, you can't have that, honey. Snap. All right, newbie, go ahead and post, my friend. Last call. I think we have the Mother Earth or the Accurate AF. You can choose, newbie. But I have a feeling you're going to be like, you choose. Amber. Spirit messages. You know what? I think I'm going to use the Accurate. We're going to do a last minute change. Amber girl. You can't have this. I have to do a reading for newbie, and then I can come snuggle with you. Look at this child. Look at this face. I know. She just wants to snuggle all day long. Okay. I have to put you on the ground, little baby girl. Oh my God, there's cat hair all over. Okay. All right. All right, newbie. Let's do this, boo. I feel like I haven't read for you in a while. Meow. Let's do it. Give me 1 second. They're taking me. Have you been out walking and going to like the pond or the tree that you go to? It's funny because to connect to your energy. Sometimes they'll bring me to the same like setting with you. It's really funny. Or maybe you should go there. I don't know if it's warming up where you are. It's warming up here. All the bugs are out. Give me 1 moment. Ember May, get off my chair. Yeah, they're taking me to your solar plexus too. Interesting. What's going on, guys? That's been a theme for everybody. I'm picking up a little bit of hesitation. I'm picking up a little bit of sadness. But I also feel like there is a desire and a will to do something or get going, and you're like, I just don't. You either don't know how to get something started, or you don't know what to do. I'm also seeing that like you're concerned, like this is interesting. If you're concerned that if you take some type of action, how it's going to impact other people. And I will say congratulations, my friend, because not everyone asks themselves that question. Hold on, let me pull your actual question up here. Interesting, okay? Entertainment purposes only, I'm not a therapist, I'm not like, but I will say, my friend, because I think we're similar, right? When you get to a place in life, and I literally had therapy today and was just talking about this. When you get to a certain stage of life where there's not all of these threats or things attacking you, and you're in a place where you can actually be still and enjoy things to some degree, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's really hard to enjoy peace and happiness because it's such a foreign feeling. And I think people who have experienced that, right, you have to be you have to be very, very, very conscious and allow your body to feel. It's hard for you to feel at ease because you were never allowed to feel at ease, but the reality is you can feel at ease and enjoy your life, right, as best you can, because I feel like there really aren't a lot of threats around you, but slowing down and enjoying your life probably feels very foreign if you were not allowed to do that before, okay? Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Practicality, generosity. The Queen of Pentacles, she is a boss, but also she is nurturing. She's not the Queen of Cups, but she takes care of people around her in a different way, in a more financial way. And I think it's important for you to take care of yourself as well. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. Thinking about moving in a new direction or walking away from something, and I don't know if I'm just going to say it, I feel like you're worried about how your kids if you do something, if you start something and move in a new direction, or you walk away from something, how is it going to impact your kids? Or is it going to shake up something or a dynamic? We have 7 of Pentacles. Diligence here, waiting and waiting and waiting on something, and it's like, you know, time waits for no one. Are you sitting in resentment? Are you stirring on resentment that no longer, and I'm not sitting here calling you out because I've been in the same boat, but I feel like, and maybe I'm off base here, but I feel like you are ruminating on certain resentments in your life. And again, this is a process, right? This is a very mindful process, and not everyone even like gets this far, right? But when you're in, because you're so used to living a certain way and being on autopilot in your mind, you are no longer in that space, you're no longer in that place, and you can take care of yourself. So you know, whether it's like putting up a post-it note, or like trying to redirect your brain to where it's like you're not living there anymore. That doesn't even exist anymore in your day-to-day. It's gone. Right? And it's a hard process to break. Temperance. How can you come to peace with your old life and blend the new you and the new version of you into your day-to-day life so that you can feel emotionally at peace, I think is the real goal for you right here. And it's moderation. It's not going to happen overnight. It's about bringing yourself to an equilibrium. Queen of Wands, generosity, tenacity. I don't know if you're into working out, but I feel like maybe having some type of physical routine could be a good outlet to ground you, where maybe you say like you go walking, or you go jogging, or you, I don't know, my friend wants to go to Pilates, like you say mantras or something like while you're doing that exercise. We have resourcefulness, 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting, yeah. It's like we have 3 queens here, and you're like, I have to be everything to everyone, and there's so much going on, and it's been going on for so long, and maybe you're resentful to somebody because you've had to be everything to everyone all the time. I also feel like you could potentially start a business or some type of venture or a job situation, and maybe you're concerned about how that is going to impact the family as well with this 8 of Pentacles. You had a big shakeup. Yes. Yes. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. We have the King of Pentacles again. I had to be the king and the queen, you know? Is kind of what you're saying here. You are going to be financially okay. 9 of Pentacles. Abundance, fortitude. I feel like money is going to continue to flow in, even if you're like, you don't know what's going to happen next. I do feel like financially you're going to be fine. Spirit, let's grab a different, I'm going to shake up with a couple different decks. Speaking of shaking it up, let me know if this resonates. Let me know if you need clarification on something specific. We can dig into that. Last call, guys, ending soon. We have the time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. The other thing I'll say, you know, pulling that King of Pentacles at the top of the deck, I do feel like, now this isn't really a romance reading. I mean, kind of, I guess, if I'm picking that up. But I feel like, and I don't have a timing, but I do feel like the next man that you decide to have some relationship with is going to be very, very, very different than what you've dealt with in the past, and they're going to be very similar to you. What? Live playfully with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Yeah. When things get really, really, really heavy, try to, put a little reminder somewhere, set an alarm, make a Post-it to add some, and it's hard, right, when you're stuck in that cycle or you're like really stressed out, but create some moments for lighthearted fun in your life. I think that will help. Trust me, I'm trying to do that now. My head was so stuck on like renovating this joint that I was like, it was hard to even, anyway, who's calling me? Oh. Hold on. Uno momento. The greater plan, acceptance, letting go, and divine perfection. You are not wrong. There is nothing wrong with you. We are all learning and growing and doing what we need to do. You get one track mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and it's not just me when I get a new place. I am one track mind all the time. I am always one track mind all the time. Let's see what else here. Ooh, beautiful. Seeds planted. Anchor in your star codes. I feel like that's a message. I feel like that the lion ones, these ones are the tree ones, or the lion ones. This is called like the Lion Stargate Portal or something like that. Excuse me. But yeah, if you are thinking about, I think this is called like I'll send you a picture of what it looks like. This is like the lion, or it's like the Lioness Oracle, Lion Stargate Oracle or something like that. Or Lion Starseed, I don't know. Oh, no, it's called the, it's the starseed that I am. And I couldn't believe that it even had, I can't remember, I'll send you a picture of it. But it's the type of starseed, I know this is weird, that I am, and I was shocked that they had this, so I had to get it. And I was like, oh my God, I love this thing. The reunion, spontaneity, change of plans, and social connections. You could meet someone this year that maybe you kind of like start dating. Meow. Meow. Hold on, I'll go look for it. If you hang on for a second, I'll go find it in my new cupboard, my new cabinet. I got rid of my altar today, guys. It was weird, but I didn't have a place for it anymore. And I'm gonna, my whole damn place is an altar. What is this? Hold on, I'm drawing a blank here. Saturn. Thank you. Saturn, I was like, what? Saturn and Gemini in the first house. How can you incorporate the hard lessons? Saturn is the father. Saturn is wisdom. Saturn is great lessons. Gemini is information. How can you integrate all of these things that you've learned into the core of who you are and finally accept yourself for where you are? Acceptance, letting go, divine perfection. Give me 1 second. Maybe you will recreate another one. No X's, no X's. Let me see if I can find, I have these sweet built-ins here, and I'm so glad she did this. What is it's called, the Lyran Oracle. I am a Lyran starseed, and this is the Lyran Oracle. Boom. Boom. All right, that's all she wrote. I think we're caught up. The cat people. I'm not a cat person at all. I will. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. I'll be back on soon. I'm trying to come up with a rhythm. Sorry about yesterday. Y'all, it's been loco. But anyway. All right. I will see you on the flip side. Thank you. Bye.